You've decided you want to go to the movies. From the beginning, we will work to keep patrons safe and require physical distancing. Here's what you need to know before you go. First, patrons and employees will not be able to come to our venue if they feel sick or have any of the symptoms related to COVID-19, and may be asked to leave if they don't comply. Patrons will be encouraged to purchase their tickets online through the reserved seating ticket option. If you need to buy your ticket at the theater, designated lines will be marked for credit and cash purchases. Employees will be separated from patrons by a plexiglass window. For most patrons, tickets are displayed on their mobile phone and can be scanned from a distance. For others, tickets can simply be printed from home, then hole-punched or marked with a pen, rather than torn for a touchless solution. Seating will be assigned to create a 6-foot radius distance between patrons. When you arrive at the theater, you will notice immediately that our staff are wearing the required PPE and signage that informs everyone of the new physical distancing, that you need to be wearing a mask, and to wash your hands. Now, let's get some popcorn and a beverage to go with your ticket. Most movie theaters will offer online concession purchases. When a patron arrives, they will be directed to a designated spot to pick up their refreshments before heading into the theater itself. If you did not pre-order, you will enter the concession line and maintain physical distancing standards. All of our employees will be wearing gloves and masks, and you will pick up your order at a designated spot. Now it's time to go to your seat. If you purchased your ticket online, an usher will simply scan your phone from a distance. For theaters with traditional seating, families of the same household can be seated together. There will be the appropriate number of empty seats on either side to maintain a 6-foot radius. Notice that only 50% of the theater's capacity will be available. If a theater does not have a reserved seating policy, an usher or theater manager will enforce this policy in the auditorium and monitor during the show at routine intervals. Also, for theaters without stadium or recliner seating, rows can be alternated from showtime to showtime, allowing for further sanitization time for seating. This is similar to what restaurants will be doing and will maintain physical distancing guidelines. Now you can safely enjoy the movie. Please do not move your seat without permission from a manager, and remember to keep your mask on except when eating or drinking. When the movie is over, you will exit the row in one direction and maintain physical distancing upon exiting. You will not be crossing paths with other movie patrons entering the theater for the next show because we have staggered the show times. This also allows us time to clean the seats in the theater you were just in. Theaters and patrons will be required to follow the Centers for Disease Control Coronavirus Prevention Guidelines, New Jersey Department of Health requirements, and all social distancing requirements established by the governor. Formal procedures will be in place, including physical distancing guidelines for restrooms, including cleaning before and after each show, signage posted to indicate that guidelines must be maintained, extra hand sanitizer stations located throughout the theaters. Independent and historic theaters with smaller lobby areas and limited technology will adhere to these guidelines. The movie theater industry, like the restaurant industry, knows it needs patrons to feel safe with safeguards in place to address the new normal. We believe we can reopen and deliver movie theater entertainment better than before and safely by limiting capacity, adding new procedures and equipment to ensure the safety of our employees and patrons. Enjoy the show.